My name is Jack Viant and I am an illustration lecturer at Arts University Plymouth, and I'm also an illustrator outside of here and an image maker. So I'm primarily a picture book illustrator, children's illustrator I would say, so toys, games, magazines, cards, that type of thing. Mainly publications, mainly things like this, but not limited to that. Things that are silly, things that are fun, things that are colourful. I think I've been at AUP for 1,000 years. So I got to do special arts club when I was in sixth form, so I didn't do pre-degree, but I got to come here and do some art classes. That was really fun. And then I did my work experience here. So I was like cleaning and also being a tutor as like a bit of an experience. And then I came straight from sixth form to here. I was on the 3-year degree and then studied illustration and loved it. Why art? Why have I chose that? I chose it because it's that classic thing. I've done it since I was a kid. I love drawing pictures, but there is something in the naivety in the way that I make work, and it's all about returning to my childhood. So I've drawn since I was a kid. I've loved making pictures, dragons, monsters, that type of thing. Art was the thing that I could come back to all the time, and yeah, just like drawing, don't I? The thing about AUP that kept me here was the people. I'm like a massive people person. I love conversation. I love friendly faces. I like asking lots of questions, and I like feeling like I'm able to do that. And so this institution has always enabled that curiosity. Like from day one, whether they were looking at my portfolio or letting me do an art club or whatever, they were just kind. And they invited this like, open the door, come in, play, do some stuff. That was the thing. That's the exciting thing. Like I'd stay here, well, I'm still here now. Do you know what I mean? I want to be here because people make me want to be here. It's really, yeah, it's good. I came in with a completely open mind, sponge brain, and it was just every single unit was something new. I didn't really even know what illustration was. I thought graphics and illustration were the same thing. They're not. But I think it was being able to have a go at literally anything, so screen printing, typography, digital art, lino, animation, all of those things. It was literally like a candy shop. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I want to do. I want to do all of it. I want to do all the illustration things. I got to do a work placement in my second year. So I feel like I spent a lot of my first year being a bit lost. Like I wanted to try things, I'll have a go at that, have a go at that. And then in my second year, I got to do a placement at Hallmark. And they chose me out of a selection of students, and I got to go out to Bradford, do an internship there. And specifically they said, oh, you'd be really good in humour and children's cards. And I was like, I never even thought about that. And that validation from them, the industry standard, the card wizards, that validation was exactly what I needed to like come back and just attack my third year. I was like, it literally changed me. Like it made me want to do all this stuff. There were trips. We went to things like local comic book shops. We went to Ashburton and we got to see kind of indie publishing. We went to Bristol Artists Book Event, Babe. We went to that. That was really good. Seeing, again, books in that context. That was the main thing I was interested in. We had some industry placement. The main thing was new designers. So getting the work to London in the design theatre or wherever that building is, and seeing that for the first time, meeting publishers for the first time, that sort of in conjunction with the degree show, having the industry come in, that was, yeah, the game changer. When I graduated, it was my dream to work in a pub. This is, so I went and worked in a Wetherspoons for a bit because I thought I was living the dream. And I also didn't think that illustration was gonna be that quick. I kind of thought, okay, I'm gonna work on my portfolio, I'm gonna just meander, do that and see how it goes, and it kind of wasn't like that. So I had commissions almost immediately. I completely didn't expect that to happen, so I'd overloaded myself and worked in a pub, and now I was trying to balance, actually illustration was happening, and it was happening quicker than I thought. So yeah, there was a bit of juggling for a year or so, pulling pints, drawing pictures. I like to think of teaching illustration and doing illustration as kind of this grand convergence. So it's like one thing does feed into the other. So I'm quite erratic in the way that I design and make. I scribble and sketch, and it's all very fast and chaotic. And that kind of follows into the way that I teach the students. So it's very kind of interactive and engaging, and you know, let's do this, let's do that, okay, we're doing this now. And it's about coming up with ideas really quickly and not being so precious about sort of trying to tease this perfect line out, I think that hinders creativity. I think what we need to do is just not care as much. And so that's what I bring in, this kind of openness, this play, that sort of, yes, let's do that. Yes, we can do that. There's no rules. Let's just draw. And then that in turn inspires me to care less and just draw.